Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Il Giardino, Deacon tells Luna to leave and get out of city. No one wants her. Stay down from Sheila and Steffi. Luna hollers that this isn't about her grandmother, it's about Steffi. She's not letting her have a relationship with her father. Deacon doesn't ever want to go back to captivity, but he's advising her, stay down from Sheila, Finn, and Steffi. He stabs a cutter into a bomb on the bar and walks down. Luna fondles the gun in her handbag and leaves. At Precipice House, Liam's upset that Luna got into the house with Steffi there alone. How do they know she's not going to get further and further hopeless? Liam wants to help, but Steffi urges him to concentrate on his health. He can't find peace until he knows the people he loves are safe and happy. He can't do that if Luna is still out there and a trouble to this family. At Cliff House, Liam takes his drug as Steffi says she doesn't want him getting worked up over Luna. Finn vows to keep his family safe. Liam doesn't mean to overreach, but Luna's his son. Finn assures that won't affect his judgment. Steffi trusts Finn. Liam complains that Luna is living in a fantasy world where she thinks she and Finn will have a father-son relationship and live happily ever later. Steffi keeps telling Liam to rest, but he's shocked that Luna could be out there conniving right now. He gets that Steffi is strong, but Finn wants to check his blood pressure. Liam hollers that this isn't about him. It's about Steffi and her safety. Kelly is going to lose him, she can't lose them too. You have to be okay. You have to be safe. Agitated, he asks Finn how they can cover Steffi. We've to cover her. Once Liam back to his room, Steffi and Finn agree they can't stress him out, it's not healthy. Finn promises he'll keep her safe. He hates that he's brought this constant fear into her life. Steffi promises nothing will be to her. Nothing will take her down from him, especially not Luna Nozawa. They embrace. At Deacon's place, Sheila keeps trying Finn and Steffi. She tells her hubby that she's trying to help them, but they don't trust her. Deacon's proud of her. He no way allowed. She'd watch about Steffi. Sheila says Luna's not wrong about her being in the way of their relationship, but she doesn't want her granddaughter to do anything to her. Luna is out of control and illogical. Deacon says she's loony. Sheila hopes Poppy can get to her before it's too late. Cleric leverages Sheila. At range, Luna tries to move Remy. She's a different person now. Her father would love her if not for his controlling life. Remy thinks they should go away and bandy this. He warns it'll take a lot of assignments to learn how to hit a target. You have to pay attention and really concentrate. Luna prints off a print of Steffi and hangs it up as the target. Remy asks, "What's this?" Luna says, "My worst agony. I detest her." She picks up her gun and Remy tells her to concentrate. She fires and puts a pellet right between Steffi's eyes. Bang, bang. You're dead. At shooting range, Luna holds her gun, aiming at a target and flashes to Steffi telling her to leave, get out, and not show her face there again. Suddenly, Remy appears and asks, "Luna? Is that you?" She smiles. Luna remembers him from Bill's house as Dario, but he explains his name is Remy. He used Dario to get the gig at Bill's. He was hysterical he'd fate his name. He'd a thing with his son's gal, Electra. They were musketeers and he wanted it to be more. It got complicated. Will is in Violent Joe. He suppositions perhaps Luna likes that he knows she was featuring of a life with him. Now that has paid her. Got her out of jail, perhaps it can be. Luna's just concentrated on a life with her pater. Remy muses, that's cool. He asks why she's at a firing range. She doesn't have an indication how to fire that thing. Luna asks, alright, buckaroo. You want to educate me? Remy shows Luna how to aim in suppositions. She got the gun for protection against people angry that she was released. She tells him about chancing her father. He showed up at Bill's door and told her. She should be on top of the world right now, but his whine of a woman is in the way. She picks up the gun and shoots at the target. At Deacon's, Sheila tells Poppy that Luna is obsessed with Steffi. She has to do commodity. Be a mama. Be a parent. She has to stop her before she strikes again. And she's going to, she warns. Poppy asks if there's any chance Sheila could be overreacting. Sheila reminds her Luna killed 2 men and locked Steffi in a pen. She wanted her dead. She cannot let her hurt Steffi. Deacon arrives and Sheila tells him she's warning Poppy about Luna. Deacon says that's a good thing. Steffi might be in real peril. Cleric tells Poppy that her sprat is losing it. She's coming to his eatery and trying to get help from him, get him on her side. Poppy doesn't understand why she reached out to him. Deacon says she allowed. He'd forgive her. She's delusional. He told her to get out of city. Sheila asks if he thinks she left. He doesn't know, but he was clear with her and told her not to bother Sheila, Finn, or Steffi ever again. Deacon relays that Luna indicted him of doing Steffi's bidding. Sheila says she's fixated on Finn's woman. And said they'd each be better off without her permanently. She pleads, Poppy, you need to find Luna before she switches out again. At shooting range, Remy will reconnect with Luna before giving her some tips on how to aim and fire. Luna won't bring Remy in the circle on her fatal Steffi plot, but she'll at least admit why she's got such a big problem with her mammy. There's a good chance Luna will buff over the part where she held Steffi hostage and concentrate on how Steffi refuses to let Finn have a relationship with his son. Remy will reel over Luna's consanguineous kinsman turning out to be her biopater. And may agree it's wrong for Steffi to block that bond. Luna will make Steffi out to be the villain of the story and may feel justified when Remy backs her up. Liam will face Hope pressure to eventually unmask his opinion to the rest of his favored bones. It'll take some persuading, but Liam may eventually decide he's ready to spread his brain excrescence news. Liam could get tangled up in Steffi and Luna's coming showdown since he lives on the same property now. Still, that could throw off his concession plans and put his life on the line, if Liam comes to Steffi's deliverance. Bill will decide to come clean to Lee about commodity that's been on his mind. Maybe Bill will express remorse to Lee when it comes to getting Luna out of captivity and letting her manipulate him. Bill may also confess that he turned his reverse on Luna after she summoned him and worry that he may have just made effects worse. After talking to Sheila and ultimately Luna herself, Poppy will sweat that her unglued son could truly put Steffi's life in jeopardy. That's why Poppy will confess to Finn and Lee during a sanitarium visit, so they'll grow decreasingly concerned about the trouble to Steffi. Hope and Carter are enjoying breakfast at his place. He says he's going to make her so happy. She says he formerly does. Hope goes on and on about how much her family formerly loves him. She says she can't stay to see her mama and tell her the great news about their engagement. Carter wonders how Ridge and Steffi will respond, but Hope could watch lower about what they suppose. Carter likes the way she thinks and the two engage in a kiss. Bill didn't take Poppy at face value months ago when she assured him that he was Aunt Luna's father. Indeed, though she was denying it, he was still kind of suspicious, Diamant notes. And now, Bill is poised to find out for sure whether he can add Luna to his canon of kitties he didn't know he'd. Bill gleans from some of Poppy's commentary that, stay a nanosecond, I've got to ask you again. Is there a chance that I could be her father? And also she eventually admits that, yes. It's a possibility that Bill takes in stride. He can run a little hot, Diamant acknowledges. But he's enough understanding considering the way it happened, perhaps who he was at the time he was at a veritably different point in his life. How would he have entered the information? She was just veritably defensive of the baby in terms of, do I want to bring this Joe from this one night thing into my world, indeed though it was so awful? Now we're attached for the rest of our lives and I really don't know him at all. I suppose when he reflects on some of his jest in his life, he can understand why she may have been defensive of her life, of bringing a Joe she spent one night into it and attaching that Joe to her and to this baby for the rest of their lives. He can justify that and understand that. I suppose also the possibility that Luna is his is more the overriding thing that he's veritably agitated about, as opposed to the times lost. There still needs to be a test. She's not sitting there saying, "You're the father, right?" That indicates that there's another possibility, that she's not sure. The parties snappily agree to a DNA test, but the sense good vibes take a bit of a dive when Lee enters the fray. Bill doesn't know relatively to make of the pressure Lee's presence introduces. Bill is apprehensive that this contentious relationship, a stock contest if you will, for whatever reason, Lee thinks of her family as being just a gold digger looking for a fat man. But Bill knows that time that they spent together was veritably real, so I don't know how important stake he really places in Lee's opinion of her family. What does he know about how they were raised and what's created these issues? He doesn't really get into it. It's not like he really grills Poppy about it. Lee is a croaker. And Bill is in a situation that calls for one. Bill feels like, each right, Lee is a croaker. Let her administer the test just to exclude any possible questions about anything. Get the hell out of then, but Bill is like, stay, hold on a alternate. Why don't we let Lee administer the test? Bill is a pragmatist if nothing differently. This seems like a way to exclude any questions about the results not being done duly.